Day 9 of the Alex Murdaugh trial is underway in South Carolina.
The former lawyer is accused of murdering his own wife and son in June of 2021. Prosecutors are hoping to bring in new evidence in the case. In addition to the 2 counts of murder, the disbarred attorney faces roughly 100 charges relating to money laundering and other financial crimes. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson joins us now. Jessica, there have been so many twists and turns in this really bizarre case. Tell us just about the new details that we learned in today's hearing.
A truly bizarre case. So as you said, I think the new details are that we're going to hear evidence of bad character, of Mr. Murdaugh's questionable character, and specifically with respect to the alleged financial crimes that he committed: embezzlement, tax evasion, misappropriation of funds, and also litigation surrounding a 2019 deadly boat accident. This could go to motive, why the prosecutors would say, committed these murders. And it was really a huge misstep, I think, that this evidence is on the table at all, because what the prosecution said and the judge agreed is that the defense opened the door to this bad character evidence by putting Mr. Murdaugh's character at issue, by calling witnesses that said he was a loving and attentive father. There was no reason that he would have committed these murders. That then allows the prosecution to say, hold on a minute, I want to therefore provide evidence of bad character that undercuts those claims. We might never have heard this evidence were it not for them so-called opening the door to it.
Oh, that's very interesting.
And then, of course, there's other evidence here that we've heard that Mr. Murdaugh changed his clothes before the murder and after the murders when he was speaking to investigators. But I think the big evidence today really surrounds big news today really surrounds the fact that the jury's going to hear evidence of these alleged financial crimes and litigation around that fatal boat accident.
And you basically kind of answered this question already, but when you look at the sum total of what's been presented so far, that damning testimony on Wednesday as prosecutors attempted to place Alex Murdaugh near the scene of the murder, how strong, Jessica, was the evidence presented in court?
I think it's very strong. And now we're moving towards this location evidence. Now, very strong doesn't mean I think absolutely this jury is going to unanimously say proof beyond a reasonable doubt. But at this point, I think it's fair to say it's not going particularly well for the defense. One of the bigger bombshells, you just asked me about location, is that there's this cell phone video. And Paul's friends have said, I'm listening to that cell phone video and I hear Alex's voice. 2 of them said, I'm 100% sure I hear Alex's voice. That completely undercuts his claim that when the murders took place, he was at the house, not by the kennels on the property where the murders took place, that he was on the house at the house napping. These particular videos, given the time that they were taken, and if that is in fact Alex's voice, it places him at the murder scene. So what we're seeing is a lot of different pieces of evidence that, frankly, I think are, as I said, going quite badly for Mr. Murdaugh.
And the fundamental story that prosecutors are telling, that he committed all these financial crimes, and when those were starting to come to light, he then killed his wife and his son in an effort to elicit sympathy and to delay those hearings. I mean, that's part of the reason I think why this case has reached a fever pitch. So much attention.
So much attention.
So much attention.
Case,
How
right?
does the publicity around it play into what's happening in the courtroom?
Yeah, and then, of course, there was a strange plot where Mr. Murdaugh may have hired somebody to try and kill him.
Or stage an attack against him.
Another layer here, yeah.
Exactly, so that the surviving son could have the life insurance policy. I mean, you really couldn't write a story like this. It might not be particularly believable. Now, to your question about the publicity, I mean, the jury is really charged with saying, I am just deciding this issue based on what I hear in the courtroom, based on what the judge is telling me I can consider. When you bring a jury into the box, you're not asking them to ignore their life experience or ignore anything they've heard about the case. What you're asking them to do is just consider the evidence that's presented and admissible and look at the state code and say, does this rise to the level? And so the publicity obviously It's something that we're talking about. It's the reason we're on air having this discussion. But you really want for the jurors to take this as, I know this sounds strange, but as any other case.
All right, Jessica Levinson, thank you.
Thank you.